Hi, my name's Catherine. I'm going to be the nurse practitioner student completing your exam today. So first I'm going to go ahead and gel my hands or wash my hands, and then I'm going to make sure you're lying at 30 degrees. So we got you at 30 degrees, great. So first I'm just going to go ahead and inspect your precordium. So I don't see any heaves or thrusts. So I'm going to go ahead and palpate your costochondral junctions. And I'm going to go ahead and palpate your point of maximal impulse right here. Great. Okay. And now I'm going to go ahead and listen to your carotid arteries before I go ahead and palpate them. And I'll do this with the diaphragm of my stethoscope. So go ahead and big deep breath in and then hold it for me. Breathe out. And then deep breath in on this side. And breathe out. Perfect. I don't hear any bruise, so I'm going to go ahead and palpate. Great. Okay. So now I'm going to go ahead and auscultate your aortic area with the diaphragm of my stethoscope. And then the pulmonic and Erb's point. And then the trigeminal area or tricuspid area. And then the mitral area right here. Okay. And I'm going to have you go ahead and sit up and put your legs on this side of the bed. And we're going to go ahead and test your aortic valve screening. So I'm going to have you go ahead and lean forward for me. Take a big deep breath in and then out. Perfect. Okay, so you can go ahead and lay back, and I'm going to perform the rest of the exam with the bell of my stethoscope. So I'm going to go ahead and listen to the tricuspid area at the 4th and 5th intercostal spaces. And then also the mitral area. Great. And then I'm going to go ahead and have you lay on your side, your left side, and turn towards me. But you can, yeah, that's fine. And then I'm going to go ahead and listen to your mitral area while you're laying on your side. Perfect. Okay. And you can go ahead and sit back up for me. Okie dokie. And so now we're going to go ahead and do your abdominal assessment actually. So I'm going to take this off and kind of have you lay flat. We'll keep this pillow here just for comfort. And then I'll have you bend your knees and then put your arms down at your side. Perfect. So first of all, I'm just going to go ahead and inspect your abdominal area. I'm going to have you actually roll your shorts down just a little bit, or pull them down just a little. Perfect. Okay. And then I'm just going to, if you want to pull your bra just a little bit up actually.
Okay.
Perfect, yeah. Okay, arms at your side, knees bent. So I'm just going to inspect your abdomen. It's flat, non-distended, no abnormalities noted just from looking at it. So first I'm going to go ahead and auscultate. I'm going to go ahead and auscultate. I can use the bell of my stethoscope. So the right upper quadrant here. The left upper quadrant. The right lower quadrant, the left lower quadrant, sorry, and the aorta. Perfect. And now that I've auscultated, I'm going to go ahead and palpate, and I'm just going to tell me if you feel any pain, okay? Ticklish. Left upper quadrant, right lower quadrant, left lower quadrant. And I'll feel the aorta as well. Okay. So now I'm going to go ahead and percuss your liver and your spleen. So I'm going to start over here with your liver. Right there, and then we'll start about halfway up your abdomen here. Okay, and then I hear it there. So I'm gonna have you take a big deep breath in so go ahead and take a deep breath in, and then exhale, and I'm gonna go ahead and palpate. Sorry, I know you're ticklish. Okay, I feel that. And then we're gonna go ahead and percuss for your spleen as well. Sorry. Okay, so go ahead and take a deep breath in, out, deep breath in, and then out. Perfect, okay. And now I'm gonna go ahead and palpate for your spleen. So go ahead and take a deep breath in and out. Okay. And now I'm gonna go ahead and palpate for your kidneys. So this might be a little bit uncomfortable. Go ahead and take a deep breath in and out. Okay, I don't feel it on that side. And then deep breath in for me and out. I don't feel it on that side either, so it's a good thing. And then I'm gonna go ahead and delineate the margins of your aorta. So I'm just gonna feel first 2 finger widths up here. Okay, deep breath in for me, and then out. Okay, and then deep breath in for me, and then breathe out. Okay, so I only feel it about 2 finger widths apart, which means it doesn't feel too enlarged, so that's a good thing. So now we're gonna go ahead and move on from your abdominal exam to your neuro exam. So I'm gonna have you go ahead and sit up. Alrighty, or we're gonna move to your peripheral vascular exam. So you can actually, if you wanna, you don't have to lay fully down, but if you can, okay, we'll just have you kind of lay back like that. Okay, so I'm gonna have you pull your shorts up kind of as far as you can. Yeah, perfect. So I'm gonna start out by feeling your femoral pulses, okay? Feel over here. Perfect. Okay. And now I'm actually going to feel this one and hold your radial pulse at the same time and just make sure that the rate is about this. Okay, perfect. Alrighty. And now I'm going to go ahead and auscultate for femoral bruits. I can listen with the bell of my stethoscope. Okay, don't hear any on that side. Don't hear any on that side. I'm going to go ahead and palpate for your inguinal nodes. This might tickle. So I'm going to go along the crease. And then along the crease over here. And then also down your thighs. Okay, perfect. Now I'm going to go ahead and feel for your tibial pulses. And we'll feel your dorsalis pedis pulses. And then I'm going to check for peripheral pitting edema. So I'm going to hold down for 5 seconds over your bone. 5, then I'll release, and there's no edema noted. So now I'm going to have you sit up. And we're going to go ahead and move on to the neuro exam. So the first test that I'm going to do is to test your sense of smell. Okay, so go ahead and shut your eyes and occlude one of your nostrils. Perfect. And then tell me which scent you smell.
Vanilla.
Perfect. And then do the other side, occlude the other side, and then tell me what you smell.
Cinnamon.
Perfect. Okay. And then you can let go. And so now we're going to go ahead and test your trigeminal nerve. So the sensory part, I'm going to touch your face in 6 different places. Just say yes when you feel me touching you, okay?
Okay. Yes, 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 yes.
Perfect. And then to sense the motor, I'm going to have you go ahead and clench your jaw.
Okay.
And I'm going to feel this. Perfect. And then push your chin against the resistance of my hand. Great. Okay. And then now we're going to test your facial nerve. And so I'm going to have you go ahead and shut your eyes again, like we did with the smell. And I'm going to have you tell me what you taste, okay? Open up.
A cookie.
Perfect. Okay. And now we're going to test the motor skills of your facial nerve. So go ahead and raise your eyebrows for me. Puff your cheeks. And then just show your teeth. Perfect. Okay, awesome. And then now we're going to go ahead and test your spinal accessory nerve. And so I'm going to have you go ahead and shrug your shoulders against the resistance of my hands. Perfect. And then I'm going to have you turn your head like this against the resistance of my hand. Perfect. And then we'll do the other side. Perfect. Okay. And then now I'm going to have you look forward and stick your tongue straight out. Perfect. And that's testing the hypoglossal nerve, which there's no deviation of your tongue. It sticks straight out. So that's good. So now we're going to move on to reflexes. So the first reflex I'm going to do is your bicep reflex. So I'm just going to have this pillow situated right here. And I'm going to have you just, your arms like this. Great. And then I am going to go ahead and put my finger right here, right over top of your bicep. And just relax your hands and your arms. Perfect. Okay, perfect. And then we'll test this one. Relax, take a big deep breath. Okay. And then now I'm going to go ahead and test your tricep nerve. So I'm going to have you kind of face me, sitting on the edge of the bed. Scoot up a little bit more if you can. Okay, awesome. So if you want to come around this way, I'm going to hold your arm up like this. And I need you to relax your shoulder, relax your arm. I'll hold it, okay? All right. Okay, and then this one, just relax your shoulder, relax your arm. Okay. And then I'm gonna go ahead and check your patellar reflexes, so just let your legs dangle, perfect. This one. Okay. And then now I'm going to check your Achilles. So I'm going to have you kind of flex your foot this way. Perfect. And then we'll have you flex your foot this way. Great. And then I'm going to test your plantar reflex. So perfect. Great. Okay. Alrighty. So those are the reflexes. Now we're going to go ahead and test your cerebellar function. So first what we're going to do is, okay, we're gonna go ahead and I'm gonna have you put your elbow up like this, and then my finger is gonna be right here. So I want you to touch your nose to my finger, and I'm gonna be moving my finger, okay? So touch your finger to your nose, and then to my finger, and then back to your nose, to my finger, back to your nose, right here. And then now shut your eyes, and I'm gonna keep my finger right here, and go ahead and put your finger back to your nose and back to my finger. Again, perfect. Okay, now we're gonna do the other side. And so my finger right here, finger to your nose, to my finger, back to your nose, to my finger, again, back to center, and now shut your eyes and go ahead and do the same. Perfect. Okay, and then now I'm going to have you put your heel to your shin and move it up and down, up and down. Perfect. And then other side. Great. And then now I'm going to have you stretch your arms out, but put your palms facing up. And I'm going to go ahead and have you shut your eyes, and we're going to count to 20 seconds. Or I'm going to, I'll tell you when time's up. Perfect. Okay, and you can go ahead and let go. And so now we're going to go ahead and test your sensory reflex. So I am going to go ahead, I'm going to take this and I'm going to show you on your hand. This is the sharp side and this is the dull side, okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to touch 3 places on both of your arms, both of your legs, and then we'll do your chest and your back, and you tell me if you feel sharp or dull, okay? So you can go ahead and shut your eyes.
Sharp. Dull. Dull. Sharp. Sharp. Dull. Sharp. Sharp. Dull. 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 Sharp.
Okay, and then we'll go ahead and do it on your chest.
Sharp. Dull.
Let's put it on your back.
Dull. Dull.
Okay, perfect. And then now I'm going to go ahead and perform the monofilament test. And so this is basically just like a single fiber at the end of this. And this is what it's going to feel like, okay? And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to touch 4 different areas on your foot, and you tell me if you feel it, okay? Okay.
Yes. 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 Yes.
Okay.
Yes. 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 Yes.
Perfect. Okay. And then now I'm going to go ahead and test your motor. So I'm going to have you go ahead and stand up for me. And then I'm going to have you walk across to the other side of the room over there with your arms swinging by your sides.
Okay.
Okay, and then turn around towards me and walk on your tippy toes this way. Perfect. And then go ahead and walk back that way on your heels for me. Great. And then turn towards me and do heel to toe, heel to toe. Yep, all the way back. Great. And then now go ahead and hop on one foot, hop on your either foot first. Great. And then hop on the other foot. Awesome. And then we're going to go ahead and perform the Romberg test. So similar to when you were sitting down, you're going to put your arms in front of you, palms facing up, and you're going to go ahead and shut your eyes, and we're going to do this for about 20 seconds, okay? Perfect. Okay. Thank you. And that concludes our exam for today.
Thank you.